Peace and y'all bless. This is Yeremiah ben Israel, the servant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Peace and blessings to everyone across the earth, to all nations. All right, and all the children of Israel scattered to the four corners of the earth. I just want to come to you to make a brief, just a brief message about the reason for why we must go into the wilderness. All right, and the reason for Yah bringing us into the wilderness is to refine us even more, okay? Because there's only so much refining you can get here in captivity. All right, the wilderness is, you know, when you think about it, just like Yah did with our forefathers coming out of Egypt. All right, the wilderness is to purge out the ways, okay, of, you know, or should I say, the customs that we have come immune to here in the daughter of Babylon. All right, is to refine us even more, to help us become better servants, okay, and to help us embrace the law even more, because it's only so much of the law you can do here in captivity. All right, those systems of America won't allow you to, all right, partake in you know, certain aspects of this law. All right, and we have to become more one with this law, and the only way we can do that is to go into the wilderness of the people. When you go to Ezekiel chapter 20, the chapter starts off, Yah is talking about our forefathers and their iniquities in Egypt, and how they was into idols and images, and how they were raised in the ways of the Egyptians. Okay, and Yah is explaining there in the beginning of the part of Ezekiel chapter 20 that the only way that he was going to purge out, you know, those customs, all right, that our forefathers had become immune to in the land of Egypt, was to bring them into the wilderness, to refine them, and to purge out that wickedness in their hearts. Okay, even though we have returned to the knowledge that we are the children of Israel, we still take on and embrace the ways of man, and we depend on the ways of man. Okay, even down to the system. Okay, as far as, you know, being government dependent, as far as, you know, depending on the super farms, the shop rights, the Acme's, or whatever grocery stores you have in your area where you reside, we still depend on that. We still depend on the workforce. Okay, depending on the dollar, working 9 to 5s, and just everyday life that we have become accustomed here in America. We depend on that. All right, even the ways that we've been, you know, brought up to depend on man, to lean on flesh to save us. All right, a lot of us are waiting on idols. A lot of us are waiting on, Yah to work through our oppressors to deliver us out of here, when the Most High tells us throughout this book that He lives within you. All right, and one of the most important things that we must realize is that, like Yah says in Zechariah chapter 2 verse 7, when he talks to the daughter of Zion, it says, "Deliver yourself, O Zion, that dwells with the daughter of Babylon." And what does he mean by that? He is saying that once you return to the bond of the covenant, Deuteronomy chapter 30, like Yah promised, when you return to this law, wherever you scatter throughout the four corners of the earth, when you return to this law, then I will lead you and I will bring you back to the land, all right, of your forefathers, and I will set you up above your forefathers. All right, and that's in harmony with Solomon's supplication. All right, wherever we sin, wherever we transgress against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, you know, the Holy One of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Holy One of our forefathers, the Holy One of the earth, that if we turn toward the house, we pray and we repent and stop and turn away from our evil doings, then Yah will hear us and bring us back. Okay, so once you return to the bond of the covenant, once you return to these laws, statutes, and commandments, once you implement these laws, statutes, and commandments into your everyday life as best as you can here in captivity, then now you have just delivered yourself from the daughter of Babylon. You have come out of the, out of the wickedness of the daughters of Babylon. All right. Yah has given you the key. Once you return to the law, you have. Yah has given you the key, all right, to unlock the chains around your hands, to unlock the chains around your feet, and most importantly, to unlock the chain around your mind. All right, now you have become all right, a part of what the name of Israel means, which means he who has power with Yah. And that's the most best kept secret, okay, that the descendants of Esau and all these nations, the ones who dealt craftily in Psalms 83, okay, to cut you off from Yah, they understood that once you return to the law, now you have freed yourself, okay, and now it's time to leave. All right, because once you return to the bond of the covenant, there's no reason for you to stay here. Now you have returned to your, to your heritage. Okay, now you return to who you are. Okay, and the only thing that's keeping us here is us. All right, we got to stop waiting for mysterious things to happen. We got to stop waiting for idols to come back and save us. We got to stop waiting for the sky to crack. We got to stop waiting for our oppressors to, finally get it in their heart to come deliver us. That's never going to happen. The only way Yah is going to magnify himself is through the children of Israel. All right, and I'm looking, I see a lot of things, and a lot of our people have become comfortable here, even though, it's like they get the best of both worlds. They know they Israel on one hand, and on the other hand, they want to continue to take on the customs of Babylon, okay? But that's not going to get us back to the land, okay? You cannot become complicit here, all right? A lot of people are comfortable here, all right? And a lot of people fear change, okay? They fear, to have to switch up their lifestyle. Okay, they're afraid of being culture shocked. All right, but we have to come out of the daughter of Babylon. And the only way we can do that is to put our trust in Yah. This is what the book of Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel. This is what Yah is telling us. Once you put your trust in Him, okay, Yah will make ways for us in the wilderness. All right. He will make ways for us. He will, make highways. He will make rivers. Okay? He will make ways for us. A lot of us who have been studying the Israelite history, since we've been in the daughter of Babylon, the same situation happened with our brothers and sisters when they left in 67. They were in Liberia. Okay? And when everything was about to fall, what did Yah do? He had them open up a business, an ice cream business. It was an ice cream business that Yah worked through, okay, to make a way for our brothers and sisters when they were in Liberia, okay. And the same thing is going to happen with us, okay. A lot of people want to get around going into the wilderness. You're not going to get around it. You have to go through some things, okay, because it's only so much refining you can get here in the daughter of Babylon, okay. It's only so much refining you can get. And then in the wilderness, it's going to be a certain level of refining you can get. Okay? And there's going to be steps until you get to the land. And once you get to the land now, okay, that is the most refining you can get. Okay? Because now once you get to the land, like Yah talks about in 49 Isaiah, that land is too narrow. All right? It's too straight. You have to walk on a straight path. Okay? Or that land will spew you out. It will purge you off. Okay? Like it's doing the inhabitants of who dwell on the land now. That's why there's so much chaos over there. All right? But we have to stop being afraid. We have to start putting our trust in Yah. All right? And, a lot of people are waiting for others to step up to do what they're supposed to do. But me and the members of the Council of Zion, we're not waiting anymore, okay? Because we understand that flesh is not going to deliver us out of here. Idols is not going to deliver us out of here. Yah is going to lead us out of here, all right, by directing our paths once we take that first step and come up out of the daughter of Babylon, all right? So that's exactly what I'm going to do, all right? It's time to leave the daughter of Babylon. That's what I'm going to do, all right? And I'm going to lean on Yah for strength, and He's going to direct me and the inhabitants of Zion, the Council of Zion, out of here. He's going to direct our paths. All right, there's no need to be afraid. There's no need to fear anything. All right, and if it takes the Council of Zion to take that first step to lead by example, to show the inhabitants of Jerusalem how to walk without fear and to lean on what the name Yisrael actually means, which he who has power with the strong one. Once you turn to Yah and His law, statutes, and commandments, now that meaning is in full effect. Now you have power because you are with Yah. All right, and Yah is not a liar. He is not going to, allow you to fall if you are obeying His laws, statutes, and commandments. If you have accepted of your punishment, if you have acknowledged your transgressions, now Yah is with you, and there's nothing that any man on this earth can do to stop that. All right, and this is what the descendants of Esau feared. They feared that we were going to come into this mindset where we have to get up out of here and lean on Yah for strength. Okay, anybody who tells you that if you about this law, statutes, and commandments, and if you leave here that Yah is not before you, then that person is a straight up liar. Okay, because if you about this law, Yah is always before you. There's nothing He's going to do to allow you to fall if you return to Him. Okay, that is the key to unlocking, the chain around your mind. All right, is to return to the law. Once you return to the law, now Deuteronomy chapter 30 is in full effect. Now you have returned to the bond of the covenant. Now you have set yourself free. This was Yah talking about when He says, deliver yourself. Return to the law. Now you have set yourself free. Okay? All right? But a lot of our people are living in fear. So we can't live in fear. If we about Yah, then we have to be about Yah. Okay? We can't just say it with our words. Okay? We can't just speak with our mouths. Okay? Life is about action and reaction. When you read through this book, it's about, our relationship with the Creator is about action and reaction. When we do good, Yah blesses us. When we do bad, Yah curses us. And whatever you do, like Solomon talks about, okay, in Ecclesiastes, whatever you do from young to old, okay, you're going to be brought into judgment for it. That's what Solomon was talking about. Life is about action and reaction. Okay, when you do the law, Yah is with you. When you don't do the law, Yah is not with you. Okay, if you transgress against any of these commandments, Yah judges you for evil. If you do good and you obey the law, statutes, and commandments, Yah judges you for good. Okay, that's how Yah moves. Yah is not a mysterious being out in some, out in just the thin air somewhere. Okay, Yah works through people. Okay, it's about action and reaction. Okay, once you put your trust in Him, you take steps toward Him. He takes 2 steps toward you. That's how it happens. Okay, everything is about whatever action you do, has a consequence to it. Okay, all right. So once we started to return to this law, then Yah started to illuminate us with wisdom and understanding. Okay, and He started to build us up. Okay, now when we start to take steps, start to move, now Yah starts to move towards us. Okay, Yah's going, as we continue to get closer and closer to the land of Israel, Yah is going to continue to turn up the heat on the descendants of Esau until He eventually runs them out. But that process is not going to start until we actually take steps toward leaving here. If we stay stuck here, the descendants of Esau is going to stay stuck in our land. Okay, the closer and closer we get to the land, that is the closer and closer Yah judges the descendants of Esau, runs them out and destroys them. Okay, all the descendants of Esau who are in that land, okay, from 20 years old and upward, okay, are going to be killed. But we have to take steps. We have to allow Yah to magnify Himself through us. But when we're going through the wilderness of the people, like it's spoken of in Ezekiel chapter 20, Yah is going to plead with us face to face. What you think He means by that? He's going to be refining us. He's going to bring us into judgment. Okay? If you are not about the law, statutes, and commandments, when you go into the wilderness of the people, Yah is going to destroy you. Okay? If you are about the law, statutes, and commandments in the wilderness of the people, Yah is going to make ways for you. Okay, He's going to magnify Himself through you. He's going to show the earth that when you depend on Yah only and not the systems of man, then Yah is your power. He is your strength. Okay, so there's no getting around Yah going into the wilderness. Okay, a lot of people want to go straight to the land, but it's no way you will make it. Okay, and then the people who saying that they're going to go straight to the land, they're definitely not ready. Okay, because they got a lot of pride in them. They got a lot of, they're arrogant. Okay, they don't want to reach out to people. They don't want to talk to people. They want to sit back, and they think that because you sit back and make YouTube videos all day, that somehow makes you ready to go back to the land. And that's not the case. Okay? Because we all have problems. We all have issues that we deal with. We all have weaknesses. We all have, wicked ways in us that needs to be purged out. And we're going to have to go through some things in order to get that purged up out of our hearts. Okay? It's not just sitting back here and just being comfortable in the daughter of Babylon. And one day somebody is just going to come swoop you up off your feet. Okay, let's get real. It's time to stop playing, because 2019 is approaching fast. Okay, and I know a lot of our brothers and sisters are waiting on 2019, but the Council of Zion is going to go before that. Okay, we're going to go before that. So it's time to, wake up and stop playing around and stop playing games. And if you really desire to take your land back, okay, then you need to start making steps to do so. And stop sitting back and waiting for somebody to do your job for you. Okay, Yah works through Zion. Okay, so remember that. All right, life is about action and reaction. In order for Yah to react, we have to put something into action. All right, it's not just sitting back. Okay, Yah talks about the sluggard in Proverbs. You just sit back and you being lackadaisical. You know what I mean? You just being content with being here just because you know you Israel. That's just the start. Okay, you return to the law, statutes, and commandments. That's just the start. Now it's time to put that trust in Yah. This is a movement by faith. You're going to have faith in Yah in order to get back to the land. Okay, you can't fear man, and you have to come out of the customs of man. You can't not, all right, go to the land with the ways of man in your heart. Okay, we have to learn how to live off the land. We have to learn how to, do certain things. We have to learn how to grow, learn how to crop, learn how to deal with livestock, learn how to build. These are things that Yah's going to teach us in the wilderness. We're going to have to do it, because we're going to have to build homes for ourselves. We're going to have to, we're going to have to plant our own food. We're going to have to learn how to do these things. And these things are preparing us for the land. Okay? It's a process to everything. You're not going to just get to the land and all of a sudden, it's just going to be in your mind to know how to do all this stuff. You have to be taught. It takes practice. It takes a level of experience. Like when we get to the land, we're not going to have super farms. We're not going to be having, it's not going to be that we dependent on, working a job for the state or working a job for our oppressors. It's going to be different. And the only way to become accustomed to that type of lifestyle is we have to be able to experience it. Okay, we have to learn how to take whatever abilities, whatever talents we have to put that into use and start our own businesses. Okay, outside of America. Okay, we have to come less government dependent. Stop depending on the dollar. A lot of us are afraid to leave here because once we leave here, it ain't no longer dependent on the dollar. You got to go out and work for whatever you got to have to work for yourself. Okay, you can't just sit back and punch in a time clock, all right, and then live your everyday life like that. It's not going to be like that. You have to be prepared for the land, and Yah is always going to prepare us. All right, for every thing that's going to take place in the future. We're going to be prepared for it. Okay, another reason for going into the wilderness is we have to be prepared. Okay, so because when Yah brings on the Assyrians, all right, when we get to the land and start tearing down the Dome of the Rock, we start tearing down all the Islamic idols and stuff like that, we're going to be attacked. And the only way we can be prepared for that is we're going to have to go through the wilderness. That is going to prepare us for that. And then that situation is going to prepare us for the last battle that's spoken of in Ezekiel chapter 38 and chapter 39. All right, so everything's a process. And, stuff don't just happen. Okay, we didn't just wake up and all of a sudden we knew we was Israel. It was a process. We had to be taught. We had to be groomed. Okay, now it's time for us to be groomed and making it to the land. Okay, it's a process to everything, and it starts now with us taking steps toward getting out of the daughter of Babylon. And everybody talking about, some of us don't have finances. Well, you need to get out and start talking to your brothers and sisters and to share resources. Unify. Stop working against each other. Unify. Put your money together. Okay? And that's just to get out of here. Okay? That's just for the plane ticket. So for everyone saying that we going to be redeemed without money, that just means you ain't going to buy your way out of captivity. Okay? You're not going to buy your way out of the state of mindset, okay? Which meaning is you ain't going not be able to, you're not going to just be able to sit back and not do the law and then just buy your way out of here. Like, buy your way out of that mindset, out of the captive mindset. That's what that's talking about. We sold ourselves for naught. We got into captivity for nothing. And we will be redeemed with nothing. Okay? The only way we will be redeemed is to return to the law. It's not going to be to buy your way out of it. Okay, so just because you purchasing a plane ticket, that doesn't mean that you're being redeemed with money. Okay? You have been redeemed once you return to the bond of the covenant. Okay? It's because the people are always saying things to keep you here. All right? Because they're afraid to move. They're afraid to leave. And they feel guilty, all right, about themselves because they don't have the courage to take that step to leave here. Okay? Because you buy a ticket, a plane ticket to leave up out of here, that doesn't mean that you're trying to redeem yourself with money. Okay? You only can redeem yourself out of this captive state of mind once you return to the bond of the covenant. Yah is only going to be with you when you return to the bond of the covenant. All right? Simple as that. So, time to get ourselves together, time to move, because Yah is going to lead us out of here whether you ready or not. Okay? He's not going to wait on you. Yah doesn't need you. You need Yah. Simple as that. So peace and Yah bless. May Yah be with you. All right? And return to the law, statutes, and commandments. That right there, that's how you free yourself. You don't free yourself you're not going to buy your way out of this. The only way you're going to be able to redeem yourself is to return to the law, statutes, and commandments. Peace and Yah bless.